Defend yourself against DDoS attacks by hiding your true IP address with ExpressVPN, and visit my custom link expressvpn.com/ghilliemaster in the description to find out how you can get an extra 3 months free. Hey everyone, and welcome to my in-depth guide for the Battle Rifle, which is the newest assault rifle added in the Chop Shop DLC for GTA Online. I'll be going over all of its stats from range, damage, rate of fire, and more, so we can determine if this is a good AR to use or if you should just stick to what we already have. And before I begin, I do want to give a shout out to my friend Endercraft for helping me record and test for this video. So for starters, I want to talk about how you get the Battle Rifle. You can purchase this from the gun van this week or from your agency at a price of $497,500, which is pretty expensive for just one gun. For attachments, it does not have any scope you can put on it, but you can put a suppressor and an extended mag on it, which I have some gripes about, but I'll get into that later. So the Battle Rifle will kill a player to the torso in just 9 shots, sporting a damage value of 38. And this brings it up near the top of the class when it comes to damage. The only one that beats it is the Assault Rifle Mark II that does 40 damage, but it still kills in 9 shots, so it's not going to be a noticeable difference in damage there. However, it's brought back in line when we go over the rate of fire for the Battle Rifle, because the rate of fire I calculated to be just 375 RPM, and this is from in-game testing, not from looking at the game files. Game files will actually show you a different value if you calculate it based on those. And this makes it not the slowest firing one. That goes to the Mark II Assault Rifle, but it's not far off either, putting it in 3rd place from the bottom. And because we know the damage and rate of fire of the gun, we can now discuss both DPS and time to kill for it. And for DPS, it's not very good. It only beats the compact rifle, which is hardly even an assault rifle, let's be honest. That slow fire, it just really brings it down despite it having a really high damage value. And you'll notice that in general, the slower firing weapons in GTA Online just aren't very good in comparison to the high fire rate guns, as all the lower DPS guns are also ones that shoot slow. In terms of time to kill against players, it's pretty much the same exact story for the Battle Rifle. It's down at the bottom with a calculated time to kill of 1.28 seconds. I don't want these numbers to discourage you too much though, because a lot of the GTA combat is done in headshots, in which case everything kills in 1 bullet. But as a means of comparison, this can definitely be telling of a weapon's effectiveness compared to others. And speaking of ranges, this is actually where the Battle Rifle outperforms other rifles. It does have the standard lock-on range of 65 meters, which is par for the course for all the assault rifles in the game, as well as the max range of 120 meters, which is the standard for almost every gun in the game, aside from snipers. When it comes to damage drop-off ranges, though, most assault rifles will drop off to needing an extra bullet to kill around the low 50 mark, and I should say 50 meters. The Battle Rifle drops off a little bit further than that, though, at around 56 to 57 meters to a 10-shot body shot kill. And probably the best part about this assault rifle is the one-shot headshot range to players. It can one-shot headshot a player to the head from around 31 to 32 meters away, which is 5, 6, sometimes even 7 meters further than every other assault rifle can one-shot to the head from. Even the Assault Rifle Mark II, which has a higher damage value than the Battle Rifle. It even beats out the Combat MG by a meter or two for one-shot headshot range, so that's pretty good. Now, how useful is that difference really going to be? Probably not very, but in that one situation where your opponent isn't wearing a helmet and you're 30 meters away and aiming for the head, you'll definitely beat him in that gunfight. Despite having good range though, this still isn't going to be a good choice because of its accuracy. It's one of the more inaccurate assault rifles in the game. It doesn't have a whole lot of vertical recoil to it, but the bloom will make you miss shots, especially at longer ranges, which is where the weapon shines. Even just shooting 30 rounds here at the wall compared to some other rifles shooting 60, the bloom gets to levels worse than them at less bullets. So if you want to use this gun at longer ranges, you are pretty much forced to use the first person view while aiming down the sights, because if you didn't know, this drastically increases accuracy with every gun in the game. And the iron sights aren't bad either. They remind me of the G3 from COD 4, which is largely what the weapon is based on, I'm pretty sure. One weird thing that I noticed about this gun is when you're in first person with it, not ADSing, just using like the normal reticle, your guy holds it like he's holding a Tommy gun. He doesn't hold it up to like aim in more. It looks like he's holding it like a straight up Tommy gun. It's weird. You see, for the other assault rifles, he kind of brings it up closer to his eye so he can aim in better, but for the Battle Rifle, he just kind of leaves it there. It's really strange. And to end off, I just want to share some frustrations and inconsistencies with this weapon. So, it's mag size, right? It starts off with a 20 round magazine, but with an extended mag, it can go up to 30 rounds. Which means the extended mag attachment only gives you 10 more bullets, when the same attachment on every other assault rifle in the game essentially doubles the mag capacity. There is no reason why this shouldn't have a 40 or at least a 50 round mag if you use the extended magazine attachment on it. 30 is just way too small for an automatic weapon. I know there's probably gonna be some guy out there who's like, well, actually, the gun shoots a higher caliber bullet, so therefore, you can't fit as many in the mag, which is why it does have a smaller magazine. And to that, I gotta say, well, where's the advantage of that higher powered bullet then? Because I certainly don't see it. The AK does more damage and has a bigger magazine. If the weapon was like it should have been, a semi-auto high-powered assault rifle, then I would have been fine with just 30 rounds. But in its current state, the weapon is honestly just wasted potential. I don't really know what they were doing with it. They were on the right track with the range being a bit better than other assault rifles, but if they had just extended the range even further to one shot to the head from, say, like, I don't know, 40 meters away, and then increased the base damage to make it like a 6-shot kill, got rid of the standard damage drop-off range altogether, except for maybe near its very max range, and then slowed the fire rate down to semi-auto levels, this truly could have been a really unique weapon. Something that we've been asking for that's not just a regular old assault rifle that does the same exact thing with like 2 stats being different. And fortunately, that's exactly what we got, except this one has a smaller mag. I'll definitely be doing a rebalance video on this assault rifle in the future. Might not get around to it for a couple of weeks, at the very least, with everything else that I want to cover, but I will absolutely do it. You can count on that. Let me know what you guys think about the battle rifle down in the comments. Do you agree with me in that it should have been a semi-auto rifle with higher damage and range? And are you going to continue using this rifle, or are you going to stick to another one that we already have? If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I also want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.